You know what? At the end of the day, real lasting change results from the quality and strength of good old-fashioned relationships. When an organization acts in ways that promote trust and reciprocity, they benefit from a precious resource known as social capital. Okay, but what is social capital? Well, it's the social networks that bind people, organizations, and systems together. At the core of social capital is trust. Without it, you can't build meaningful relationships and facilitate system-wide collaboration. Social capital enables organizations to rally together around collective action and access to innovative ideas, information, and resources in a system. Organizations that successfully tap into the social capital can spread ideas and influence among other organizations in the system. That's pretty awesome and inspiring, isn't it? While many types of capital flow through a system, including financial, human, and political capital, social capital is arguably the most essential ingredient of high-functioning systems. Without it, you almost never achieve positive development outcomes. That's because an organization's social capital allows it to affect change through alliances with other like-minded actors. What does social capital look like in real life? Well, let's revisit the relationship between head teacher Charles and deputy Winnie. The thick link between Charles and Winnie tells us that they interact frequently and that they have most likely established a close relationship. This is what we refer to as bonding social capital. It typically emerges among actors that work together closely and often within a specific geographical area. Bonding capital is an important ingredient for trust and cooperation, and it facilitates the sharing of resources and ideas among a tight-knit community of actors. So, that's how bonding capital works. But there is another type of social capital, bridging capital. How does it work? Let's see. When Winnie wanted to learn more about different and innovative teaching techniques, Charles introduced her to someone outside of Kwale, Beatrice, who works at the International Teachers Training College in Nairobi. Beatrice's social network is very different from the one that Winnie knows. In fact, Winnie and Beatrice have very few common connections or links, only Charles. See here? By brokering a connection between Winnie and Beatrice, Charles facilitated bridging social capital. He has a relationship with each of them, and he uses that to create a direct link between Winnie and Beatrice. We know Charles uses his bridging capital to help Winnie out. But what exactly is bridging capital? Well, it's like a bridge. Bridges link two things, like two communities separated by a river or a major road. In the same way that a physical bridge allows the two communities to more easily communicate by easing travel, bridging capital facilitates the exchange of resources, information, and support between actors that would otherwise have a hard time connecting. This helps to strengthen the flow of ideas and innovation across a system. You might be wondering, what does bridging look like in a map? Well, in the context of a larger system map, bridging capital can be identified by the relationships that link diverse groups of actors. For example, groups of NGOs and groups of governments. Okay, we've got a lot of new terms, so let's take a moment and make sure you can spot these two forms of social capital, bonding and bridging. Check out this system map. Do you spot an example of bridging capital? Well, let's see. Can you see this group of closely connected actors? There is a high level of bonding capital taking place among these actors, which you know because you see these thick links. Now, do you see how this organization within the group is connected to another different group of actors? This actor has the potential to use its bridging capital to form a bridge or connection between these two groups. It's exciting to see how much you can learn about relationships just from a system map, right? Now it's time to apply your new skills on the Pando platform. Take a look at the practice map. Can you identify an example of an in-degree and an out-degree relationship? Remember, an in-degree arrow is facing towards an actor. It signifies that an actor is coming to this organization for information or resources. And out degrees is an arrow facing away from an actor. Out degree means that the actor is going to someone else for information or resources. Next, can you identify any reciprocal ties or arrows facing both ways? As you look at the relationship directionality, also take a moment to spot a thick link and a thin link. Do you remember what this signify? That's right, relationship strength. Finally, try to identify groups with high levels of bonding capital and those with bridging social capital.